Okay, so I'm off of my normal loop, but I'm sort of hopeful that today is going to be the first time that I get around all 6 foot down points. The first 3 are pretty easy, so I'm not too worried. You never get tired of that view. Hey, so that's obstacles 1, 2, 3 now out of the way. To be honest, they haven't been a problem for a long time. As I said, obstacle 1's just steep, but not so much now. Obstacle 2 is just really quite slopey. When it's wet, you feel like you could sort of slide into the, I guess, off the cliff, which isn't good. And obstacle 3 is just rough, and it's hard on my bike without suspension. So I'm coming up to obstacle 3 now, which is similar to obstacle 2, so I don't think I'll even stop and film it. Obviously I've been stopping to film, but I haven't been putting my feet down on these obstacles. I better go, it's getting rocky with one hand. Well, that's the first 4 out of the way. I'll be honest, they're a cakewalk now. I hardly get out of breath. They're not very technical. But when you first start mountain bike riding, you know, it was really quite hard. And it sort of scares me a bit. As I get better, you start taking more risks, going faster and whatnot. Riding up climbs like this with one hand, which is quite difficult. So now I've got the tricky 2 coming. Hang on. Just hit some lumpy stuff there. So yeah, now the tricky 2 are coming up. The next one I've never made, and the one after I've made a few times, but it's touch and go. I'll explain later, so see you in a little while. Okay, so I'm coming up to the 5th obstacle, the one I made for the first time on Thursday, and that's sort of why I'm recording this. I think maybe the reason I got it on Thursday was because I went down the hill first, so I think I worked out what the best line was. I think, and also why this obstacle is really hard is because I don't have suspension on my mountain bike, so as soon as I hit a root or a, you know, a crevice, I just lose all speed, so it's a steep little climb. But okay, well, we're getting rocky through here, so hopefully I'll see you after a successful climb. So I'm less than a 10-minute bike ride from the CBD with this sort of terrain. Okay, got through that just. Riding one hand is very hard. We've got a nice little creek crossing, then we hang left up the big obstacle number 5. I'll keep this on for the creek crossing because it's really beautiful through here. As I said, 10 minutes from the CBD on a bike. And yep, good-o. And here we go. That was hilarious. It was so easy. It wasn't funny. Which is really cool, because when I first started doing this ride, I thought there's no way, no matter how fit I get or how skilled I get, I could ever get up that little pinch, but it was just so easy. Anyway, onto the tricky one now. It's really steep, really rooty, and it's just hard to keep the momentum going without suspension. But if I get over this, I've got through all 6 pinches, and I honestly never thought I would get to do that. Well, not 6 pinches, 6 technical, well, whatever. Anyway, let's get it done. As you can see through here, just more spectacular riding. Hang on. Bit lumpy in parts. Okay. So I'm heading up to the big steep long climb. I actually have got up this before, but what makes it hard is you'll hit a route, or there'll be a burrow, a trench sort of thing, and you just stop still with no suspension. You also tend to get shut off into the trenches, so it's pretty tough. I'm going to film one-handed for the first little bit, so I hope you get an idea for the steepness, but I'll turn off just before I hit the really lumpy bits that slow me down. And I'm actually pretty confident I'm going to get over it. Let's see, except for this stupid camera. I hope you get an idea of the steepness as well. Nasty. I'm assuming you can see all those roots. That was the easy section. Okay, I'm turning off now. It's getting pretty tricky. Okay, getting my breath back. I made it. I won't lie. I'm really stoked. As I said, I never thought I could get through that loop without having to get off the bike, but all the tough sections I breezed through. That hill there was still hard though, but I never once thought I'm going to have to get off. There's a lot more power in the engine now to get over those little lumps that I had problems with before. Now I've just got another half hour of cruising to the top of Lofty, then some nice descending down Steubs, and go home and cook a chicken pie. How good's that? What goes up must come down. Excuse me. Thanks. Lots of fun.